Welcome to this client case study, guys. My name is Jaden Johnson, the owner and creator of Sales Secrets. And in this case study, I have my friend and great client, Dave, with me. Dave, how are you doing today?
Doing great, brother.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and kind of giving everybody a look into your background and what you've experienced by us working together. I guess to start off, Dave, give us a little bit of background into who you are, what you do specifically, and what you sell. And that will give individuals watching this a better idea of, okay, what are the types of individuals that work with Jaden and Sales Secrets? So kind of give us your background, Dave.
Yeah, so I got into this whole online coaching game probably, I've been coaching for a while, former Secret Service, Intel, doing all that. And then I opened a gym for 4 years, closed that down, and then really started getting the online, even more, just because okay, I don't have a brick and mortar. So now it's time to really go all in on the online aspect.
Right.
I met you just through some connections in the fitness industry, some guys I work with. And I saw all the great stuff that, you were doing, and really just, yeah, that was like one of the main things, is like seeing how your success and how much you've grown caused me to want to reach out to you and really move forward. But like basically what I do, I help guys that are anywhere from late 30s to mid 50s really get into the best shape of their life, but also, maintain that. And that's through a variety of things, not just macros and your standard training. It's also through like hormone optimization, gut health, and really getting their mindset and identity like really dialed into where they can just sustain this for the rest of their life. And that's the main thing that I feel like we all want.
Right.
So
Awesome. Well, Dave, thanks for that introduction. And if any of you are interested in learning more about what Dave does specifically, his program is called CoreMale. Is there a place that they could go and find out more information about that, Dave?
yeah, really, they could just go to www.thecoremale.com.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
really simple.
Right on, you guys. So if you are an individual who's 30 to 50 years old, you're looking to get into the best shape of your life and have that high performance, definitely go and give Dave's website a view. See if it might be a good fit for you or solve some of those problems that you might be having. But I guess, Dave, when you started learning about Sales Secrets and some of the services and products that I offer, what was it that kind of made you decide this is what you wanted to do?
I think it's just from, again, like seeing everything that you've done. And also, I've been the guy that in the past, like my sales weren't bad, right? They were like average in my perception. But I knew that I could take that to the next level as well. Everything else is in place. The getting clients and like actually like getting them on the call. It's just, okay, if I could be 20, 30, 40% better than I was, that's just going to change the game. If you're getting people in the door, but you're actually not closing them, you're just leaving money on the table as well. And you're also leaving people that, if you feel really congruent about the product that you offer, like you're literally letting them go to somebody else that may not be able to help them.
Right.
So yeah, that was a big thing. And then just like some of the things, we can get into that if you want to like talk about that, like some of the things that really have changed from the coaching that you offer, like some of those things as well. I'm happy to get into that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of give us an idea of what were those changes that you saw from before working together and then now what you're experiencing.
Yeah. Before it was like, I was like hard, like it was like, make a decision now or not. It was like, and I felt like that was just, I felt a little bit incongruent in that from like a salesperson as well, like just offering somebody that it just wasn't, it didn't feel good.
Right.
And just the whole flow of the process, like how I go from, okay, like the opening, I used to like ask, even like creating rapport with somebody, right? Everybody says create rapport. Well, just that has massively changed too, because before I'd be like, so how's the weather? And it's like people can see right through that. And it's like ingenuine in a sense. Right. And so that was a big game changer, just the overall flow, how it all goes. And then also, and I've told you this, that just learning how the tonality
Mm,
of the whole conversation can massively impact somebody on a subconscious level,
right.
right? And just how you can get like deep into like their mind in a good win-win way, right? It's got to be win-win for everybody. But that's been just a complete game changer.
Right, right. And one of those things I wanted to mention is Dave is extremely humble, like one of the most humble people I've ever met. But since working together, I think he's closing around like 80% overall. Right? Would you say that's right, Dave?
Yeah, I think since we started, I mean, like, and I haven't even had as many calls, since we started, but like in the calls that I've had, I think I told you it's been about 4 out of 5
Right.
closed.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, brother. And these are high ticket deals that you're closing for yourself. And that's actually one thing that I wanted to point out for anybody that may be watching this. Dave came to me as a business owner. So we're going deep into his own personal sales training, but we also laid out a plan to recruit and find incredible sales reps and then how to ascend them within his business so that eventually he's not in the day-to-day sales, but if he needed to, he's mastered that ability to help people make commitments and move forward. Now, one of those things, like a lot of times individuals, like Dave said, you've been trained to have like a hard decision making at the beginning of the process. Well, if you guys think about basic human psychology and basic human behavior, when you typically go into a store and there's someone there to help you and they say, how can I help you? What's the first thing that you do? Is you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm just looking. Right? This is like unconscious patterns that have become very common because of society and because of like social media and being bombarded with sales pitches every single day. So a big thing that we focus on, in addition to like the strategy, the mindset portion is huge, and we can even dive into that further. And the tonality is also understanding, how do I get individuals to even open up and have a conversation with me? So Dave, you've done an incredible job with that. I guess like overall, what has been the most valuable part of training together? Like what would you say has been the most valuable part for you?
Just like having the whole flow, I feel like put together.
Mm,
And and honestly, like being able to, and clearly like I've had a lot of calls over the last 5, 10 years in general and have dealt with a lot of people.
mhm,
And also for your industry, like you just have to know it very well, first and foremost. Um, but I would say just having that overall, like the whole structure of things is like massive. And I would just regurgitate like the basically watch your video, put it on record, and then just like talk to a client like the camera was a client. I just went through every piece of it, not trying to necessarily be perfect, but just like that repetitiveness of like practice over and over and over, just like it just became second nature,
right.
and then like I knew like the more calls I had, the more reps I put in, like reps are one of the most important things. It just became like, now it just really, I don't even really think about it as much. It just like rolls off, my tongue. And I don't say it as exactly like you don't say it exactly like, the next person that comes into your program, but it's like you adopt your own flow from it,
Right.
which is
Right.
really, really valuable. So like that plus the tonality piece, like, and learning when and how to ask like the right questions and in a way that's going to continue that rapport with people.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. And I think this is a huge thing to point out for individuals who are considering getting sales training is human psychology is the same, right? So yes, we may elicit different strategies, but for the most part, humans behave and think in the same way. So once we can understand that behavior, and what I've done is I've taken that behavior, that psychology, and integrated it into a sales process that allows me to sell real estate coaching, business opportunity, fitness, mindset, funding, credit services, financial services. Really, once you learn human psychology, what that allows you to do is be able to adapt and be able to sell anything, right? Because all human beings are making decisions based off of an emotional feeling that's justified with logic. So that's one of the core pieces that we train on and help you incorporate into your own sales process. Yes, you need your own voice. Yes, you need your own style. Yes, you need to be yourself on that sales call so that you can be as genuine and authentic as possible. But at the same time, if you have a process that aids you and helps you help an individual make the best decision for them, that's when you become a very powerful sales rep or business owner as well in your communication. So really to, end this interview today and wrap things up, Dave, I've really appreciated your time. But what is like one of the biggest pieces of advice that you would give to a sales rep or a business owner who's looking to improve their ability to sell, collect more income, or close more deals?
I would just say, like, don't be afraid to invest in yourself when it comes to, this, because sales is like the lifeblood of your business, you know, and, like, just don't hesitate. Like the proof is in the pudding. It's just, again, how much effort are you willing to apply to it?
Right.
For sure.
Absolutely. And I think that we could even go deeper into this for any of you watching. One of the principles that we talk about often, and Dave and I have an understanding of, and this is more of like the psychological and the neuro-linguistic aspects of my program, is we also discuss money, like the alchemic part of money and how we're emotionally tied to money as human beings. So a big thing that we focus on with Dave is he's even raised his prices, right? Realizing that when he charges more, that's more of a commitment and an energetic exchange for his clients. And because of that, he can take on less clients, right? Obviously he's scaling and he can take on more and more in the matter of scaling, but he can take on less clients and have higher quality transformations and less sales calls to still get more revenue and make more money, because we understand that money is energy. And when individuals invest that money energy into a product or service, yeah, you may take the check to the bank and I'm cashing it in, but throughout Dave's life, he's going to continually cash in on this investment that he's made energetically, mentally, physically, and then also just skill wise, being able to, adapt and be a master communicator. Would you say that you've seen that as well, Dave, in making that investment and seeing that return?
Oh yeah. I mean, and even like with your training, I mean, I've already made the investment plus, back, and it's only been like a little over a month. So it's
Right. That's exactly how it's designed, brother. So I'm extremely excited for the results that you've seen. For any individual that may be watching this client case study, this interview with Dave, and you're interested in learning more about sales secrets and what we do specifically, or even just want to get some more free sales training, what you can do is down below this video or around this video, I will include different links so that you guys can get into my free Facebook group where I'm going live weekly to train on sales psychology, human behavior, human psychology, and also your physiology and how that affects your performance. So if you guys are interested in learning more, you can go ahead and click that link down below and join that free Facebook. Now, once again, Dave, thank you so much for your time, brother. And I hope that you have an incredible day, man.
thanks, brother. Appreciate it.